fire, 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 fire.
I want to try a new subreddit. What is it called? Madlads? Guy joins Zoom class shirtless, and the tutor told him to turn his video off, and so he did, and it just displayed his profile picture of him shirtless at the beach. Chad, you gotta work on your game, man. You gotta work on your game. That's Giga Chad right there. It's like, actually, it's inappropriate to be shirtless on your Zoom class. I got a notification saying my Lyft driver was deaf and to text him anything I needed to say. So I texted him saying, thank you for picking me up. This man turned around to me and said, no problem, bro. You can talk to me. I just say that I'm deaf so my passengers don't talk to me. Dude, this is so me coded. I don't even know what to say. I would, if I had to, gun to my head, had to become a Lyft driver, I definitely would fake being deaf or something. Or I would say to Lyft that I'm like able heard, but then I'm like, you know, like I have like a sign that says I'm deaf. That's what I would do. It's very powerful. My uncle got the job, y'all. He just finished his last Zoom interview. Wait, that's so strong! He kind of looks dapper. He looks dapper as fuck. That is so smart. Just don't turn around, Chad. Don't turn around. I've done that before, where I had to be in a Zoom class or like a Zoom call, and I just was in my PJs. Like I had like a normal, you know, get up at the top, and then PJs at the bottom. Yeah, casual on the bottom. No pants. No, I've never done that. I'm too paranoid, but yeah, I did do PJs. One time, I almost got fired because a district manager asked me how long it would take to fix someone's inventory fuck up on the computer, and I said an hour and a half. And they went, how long would it take with my help? And I said 3 hours. Oh my god, the audacity, man. There are so many people that work jobs that just don't know what they're doing, man. Yeah, no lie detected. I wouldn't fire this guy, the fuck? It's a summer break, so I woke my 12-year-old daughter up at 5:15 this morning. I've been waiting for this revenge since she was 4. When she asked why I was up, I told her my blanket fell off my bed. This is so aggressively dad-coded. This is so dad-coded! Oh my god! And now I can finally get back at her. Little twerp. Every year our aunt in Maine sends us little handmade chocolate lobsters. This year they are soap. Guess how I found out? Wait, that's evil! No, that's criminal! You're playing a Long Kong game. Like handmade chocolate lobsters, and then they take a bite after like 4 or 5 years of just expecting chocolate. Yeah, the long con, dude. That's evil. I want to take notes. Make your own chocolate, and then one day it's gonna be soap, and then they just take a big old bite, and then they get soap in their mouth. My little brother got in trouble again at school today because a little girl accidentally walked into the boys' restroom. He said, "What are you doing in my swamp?" And it made her cry. What are you doing in my swamp? God, I love Shrek. Shrek's such a good, like, 1, 2, 3, amazing. 4, 5, I don't know.
Yo, smugglers, here to quickly interrupt your latest React viewing to tell you about this adorable SmugAlana Fire plushie. Kick it, point it, do whatever you want, but she goes away forever, ever, ever on June 24th, so grab yours while you can.
Police Station Kalupitia. Patherjan. I don't even know how to say your first name. Got arrested for not carrying my identity card. Treated me very well. Cells are spacious and clean. Food was okay, but rice for 3 times is a bit boring. Handcuff was a bit corroded, but it's okay. It does the job right. The officers are friendly. Overall, it was a nice experience. The state police, by the way. The state police is like, oh, you know, it's not that bad, chat. It's not that bad. This is what happens when you ban chatters, too. They're like, yes, this cell, it's not too bad. A local guide. Yeah, he gets arrested in different places and gets reviews on different state police stations. Yeah. My sister's about to have a baby, and my brother showed up to the hospital in a suit because the first impressions matter. Wait, that's actually kind of... That goes hard. He's really thinking about it, man. Yeah, you need to have a good first impression with your little family member. Very wholesome. My dad took a selfie with a pigeon. I'm screaming. What's wrong with that? Why are you screaming? They're having a good time. I think this is this goes pretty hard. I would make an album out of this. Pigeon and man, they're just bros. If you're feeling lazy, just know that my mom just asked my brother to vacuum his room, but he YouTubed a vacuum sound and laid in bed instead. Why didn't I think of that when my mom would make me do that? Oh my god, wait. Why didn't I think of that? I feel so dumb. I was this lazy. When my mom would tell me to do it, I just put it off constantly. I'm eating breakfast at the busy restaurant below my apartment. A lovely young woman just asked me if I could hurry up and finish my breakfast. My friend is coming in 15 minutes and we want to take your seat, so I'll be here for the rest of the day. Dude, honestly, I'm just saying I get it. I really do get it. I've done that before, like a whole restaurant, they're like, oh, well, I'm gonna sit over here. Can you like hurry up? And I'll be like, oh yeah, for sure. And then I just keep like, and I just keep eating. It's easy for me, just keep eating slower out of spite and order more food and drinks and be like, oh, what? Sorry, I was planning to be here all day, bitch. They were so close to asking nicely too. Again, if they said, for example, if they said something like, oh, well, you know, if when you're done, could you please, like, you know, let us have your spot? I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll chill. Pulls out a book. Wait, book actually goes hard. I had a farmer patient who used to self-treat his atrial fibrillations by touching the electric fence. It's either gonna make it better or it's going to make it worse, and I guess it made it better. Because, you know, the other thing, if you're a farmer patient, you probably have to go to the doctor really far away. That's insane. Yeah, he like actually was like, all right, you know what? It's a gamble, but I'm gonna take it. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't need no pacemaker. I'll just touch the fence and feel better, right? He's actually cardioverting himself. I don't know what that means, but you know. Dude, you're like, I feel better. The cows shout clear if farmer touches the fence. It's basically what pacemakers do. No, it's not! An electric fence is not like a pacemaker, chat. Don't fucking do that, you'll kill yourself. No! No, it's not. Stop. I'm just getting a little bit juiced up, honey. You'll be fine. Close enough. Yeah. Yeah, it's a corpse maker, not a piss maker. It's the same thing without the timer. Well, how are you? Okay, hold on. The first thing they teach you when you touch a fence is that your fingers contract, and sometimes you can stay there longer than you intend to. Yeah. I asked my boyfriend to rate our relationship on a scale of 1 to 7. He said 5. It would have been 6, but he deducted a point from me asking. That sounds like something I do. 1 through 7 is weird. Yeah, it is a weird number, but like, if would you still love me if I was a worm? God, I love reading about stupid drama in ancient Greece. Like, there was an athlete named Theagenes who was so good at every kind of athletic contest that when he died, one of his opponents would go to beat the shit out of a statue of him out of spite. Wait, that goes so hard. But then one day the statue fell on the guy and killed him. So the Greeks took the statue to court for murder, convicted it, and threw it into the sea. Nah, that's gotta be fake. Come on. Actually, I left at the best part of the story, which is that a plague then struck, and when people consulted the oracle at Delphi, she was like, yo, you've pissed off Theagenes. So they had to dig the statue back out of the fucking water. No, I don't believe you. Statue of Theagenes. No, I'm gonna look it up. Oh my god, wait. Theagenes of Thassos. Wait, I think I read this. My dad loved to read me really old Greek ancient mythology. I think I remember this guy. A famous ancient Greek athlete is famous for a number of reasons, including his role in a miraculous event and associated with healing. After Theagenes' death, a statue was erected in his honor. The statue was later thrown into the sea, but after a draw and upon receiving an oracle from Delphi, a fisherman retrieved it, restored it, leading to the end of the draw, and Theagenes being worshipped as a healing god. That is so funny. A rival athlete, envious of Theagenes' victories, allegedly attacked the statue and it fell on him, killed him. Wait, this is actually true. I didn't really trust it because it came from Tumblr, but that's actually true. That's so funny. I love that. That's awesome. They have a lot of funny stories. Sounds like a truly Greek story. I believe it. No, I believe it. Made a bookshelf for my brick collection. Oh, yes, a brick. Yo, imagine if you roll up and try to rob this guy and then he just bricks you in the head and kills you. Man, honestly, or something else. Do you have a paperclip on the floor by my file cabinet? Dude, that's straight autism right there, dude. That is some powerful autism. Yeah, it's just by the floor filing cabinet. It's just one on the floor. I never picked it up, though. Paperclip guesser. Honestly, I love that. If you censor anything in a post, you are legally required to put all of the committed vowels at the end of the footnote. E-E-E-O-O-O. Okay, then, if you're sure about this, Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Okay, man, I hate you. Oh no, I hate this guy. It's that liminal scary dude. It's that liminal guy. Whatever his name is, the scary face. Yeah, the boiled one. Oh no. I'd suspend him? That's scary. I hope the woman who forgot the word iced and so asked me for a caramel macchiato on the rocks yesterday is doing well. Wait, I actually never thought about it that way. On the rocks is asking for ice in a drink, in like a cocktail. So when you ask for coffee over ice, you say on the rocks. Wait, I should totally do that one day. Alcoholic! Well, there's a lot of white women that drink mimosas at 10 a.m., so this makes sense. And this is why they were asked to leave. Life imitates art. This pic should be in a museum in its own piece. Who's the motherfucker that did that? No! This goes so hard. They did it perfectly. Dude, why would you ever kick them out? They're not even touching the statue. Nah, that's cringe. If I was the security guard or whatever, like the person in charge, I'd be like, all right, you win this round. Yeah, nah. No photography allowed? Maybe, I don't know. Hey John, I've been so, whoa. Hey John, I've been so blurry since we last spoke. I've never felt like this after meeting a guy. So, sorry, who is this? I'm glad your phone is working. It's Steve, your plumber. I've sent multiple overdue invoices, final notices, and called numerous times. Please pay the invoice before I take legal action. You know, this is actually low-key kind of a good gotcha. horny plumber, chat. Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, you responded. Get fucked. I just remember the time I went on a first date to the London Zoo. That's for your first mistake, being in London. And at the gate, he asked if I would mind paying for my own ticket, which I said I would, at which he pointed out a pulled 2-for-1 voucher, so I paid for my ticket and he went in for free. Honestly, kind of fucking... That's very powerful. That is very, very powerful. It was in that shoe video? Yeah, I remember this. What's the problem here? You'll figure it out, man. You like Zara's photo. My cat would beat your cat in a fight. She did anyway. Well, I know who I'm betting on then. I have another cat. Not for long. Cat wars. Cat turf wars. Cat wars. Cat wars. When I was a young boy, my father... What? Chat, there's something wrong with me. I instantly, when I hear when I was a young boy, I go into the My Chemical Romance song. When I was a young boy, my father had what we called a bean jar. It was a jar full of brown and black beans. Whenever we misbehaved, he would remove one and tell us that once the jar was empty, the world would end. That's kind of an existential thing to do. I feel like this would go so hard. I should use that one day. Yeah, if you ever have kids, this would definitely work. A wise IT sage told me not long ago, there's nothing as a permanent solution. There's nothing as permanent as a temporary solution. Yeah, let it be someone else's problem. That's based. That's very based indeed. School evacuated as grenade brought to show and tell. A school was evacuated and army explosives extras were called after a pupil unexpectedly produced a grenade from his pocket in a show and tell assembly. Guys, I didn't think it was live. Honestly, very strong. Probably inert. Yeah, but there's a risk, chat. There's a risk. As a man, sometimes you just gotta disappear for 6 months and lock in. True. Start focusing on yourself. Fuck everyone else. Work till you can afford a giraffe. How about a hippopotamus instead? I feel like giraffes are stupid. Hippopotamus could act as a guard dog. Giraffes are useless. Like, realistically. And you have to probably give them a lot of trees that they can nibble on. Hippos can kill you? Yeah, what if I leash it at the front door and then anybody who gets close gets a hippo? Yeah. Install a moat, put the sign beware of hippo. Exactly, put a fucking moat around the building. Private rooms and strip clubs. Not sure if this was meant to be not safe for work, but putting it just in case. This might be so silly, but I thought with a private one of my dancers at clubs, I heard you can do anything from having a lap dance to just talking. So could I just pay a dancer to have a game of Uno with me? And I could ask for more than one dancer in a private room. I'm just imagining playing Cluedo or Monopoly with a group of dancers in a private room. Dude, I should do that one day. Dude, that sounds awesome. Like, guys, I don't have any friends. Would you play Uno or Cluedo with me? Or invite them to go play Elden Ring Night Rain and then bring, like, a LAN with you? I think they might refuse. What if I pay them really well? There's no way, right? Like, logically speaking, if I pay them a lot of money, would they rather throw their ass around on stage than play with me? Yeah, I don't think they'll refuse. I think if you pay them a good amount of money and if there's nothing like attached, just pay them to play Magic the Gathering. No. Play Magic the Gathering, but they don't know anything about it and then you teach them. Yeah. You're the customer. I think, chat, you really underestimate. There's worse things that happen to strippers at strip clubs. Dancing is not as embarrassing. What is embarrassing about playing Uno? Excuse me? Excuse me, since when? A lot of chat knows because they've tried this. Oh, that's why you guys are telling me that. Okay. That makes sense.
Fire, 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 fire.